Okay, Margarita, hi, how you doing? I've got your work up, and let me see where did I put it? Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so first of all, let me separate these. I just want to get this in the frame. Excellent. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is your illustrative quality is outstanding. Really, really interesting. The level of realism loans to I should say the level of depth and volume that you've built into these illustrations, it creates a sense of realism. I think it's pretty remarkable. So I think that's a really, really interesting approach. As far as the instructions themselves go, I have to agree with your classmate Kaw in her comments. I agree with everything Kaw said. And Kaw, if you're watching along, this is just an outstanding critique. Excellent, excellent critique. Good observations, great suggestions. Margarita, I really think Kaw's onto something here. First, let me just jump over here. I've got the instructions open right here, and the reason I have them open is because I like to go through to follow, make sure we have accuracy. But the paragraph after the instructions, we have something to consider here. And I want you to look at the first paragraph. And the first paragraph indicates that this must be set in a series of frames. Okay, these aren't in frames, so we have to recompose this. The final outcome, I think, is differs to a pretty high degree from your sketches, and that's something that is not going to ring well when you transition to your professional career. When you submit sketches for approval, there should be a high level of expectation that the final outcome should resemble the sketches to a very, very high degree. Okay, so an art director, if you submit a one set of sketches and they're approved by the art director, and then you come back with an outcome that's considerably different than these sketches, the art director is going to go, hey, whoa, wait a second, this is not what I signed off on, okay? And that's just kind of relating this experience to a professional world experience. I think as beautiful as this is, I hate to say it, Margarita, but I don't think it's very effective at all. It's really, really difficult to follow the directions, okay? Let's go through the directions. Now, one thing I want you to do is I really think it's important to maybe take your this and show it to somebody. Take your visual instructions and show it to somebody and say, can you describe what's going on here? And you're going to find a level of confusion. And I think that once you recompose this, I would recommend that you do the same thing. I would recommend you show somebody, anybody, and say, okay, what are you reading? Tell me what you're reading. Friends, family, coworkers, whatever. Tell me what you're seeing here, okay? And then at that point, you'll get an idea if it's working or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we have in our instructions, we start out with a cup of rolled oats. Okay, this indicates to me a half a cup. Now I know they make cups that are 2 cups, but in this particular case, this is too hard to visualize. The viewer would have to get way in there to realize that that says 2 cups. Okay, another thing before we start here is that in terms of scale, you can take some liberties. I don't know what V is. So that's really tough right there. And the salt shaker is so small with a little itty bitty tiny S on it that it's almost hard to realize that that's salt. Okay, and then you have this. You have bring 2 cups of water, milk, or combination. Okay, so 1 cup of old rolled oats. That looks like a half a cup. And then 2 cups, I would indicate that with 2 cups, since a cup almost looks like it excludes 1 cup. That's how the viewer is going to perceive it. 1 cup as 1 full cup. So 2 cups would be indicated by 2 full cups. Now, you don't have anywhere in here that this is water, milk, or combination of both. Okay, we don't know. I mean, we've got milk here, but the instructions clearly say you can use water, milk, or a combination of both. That's not depicted. Okay, so we have 2 cups of water, milk, or a combination of both, right? Then you have this, which first of all, you can't use words or this kind of abbreviation. So this wouldn't be allowed. But how are we supposed to know what these are? There's just no way to know. And what are we to do with these? Right now, it looks like you're going to add oats and milk to the pan, but these don't indicate adding to the pan anywhere. So these are kind of an anomaly left off on their own. We don't know where these fit in or how they fit in. Okay, so you put the ingredients in the pan, and it looks like you're stirring the pan, medium heat, And this looks like an indication of time. That looks like 10 to 15 minutes. But at that point, there is no indication of time, because basically what you want to do is you want to depict, you add a cup of rolled oats, a cup of water, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of milk, or a combination of both, bring to a simmer, stirring frequently. Once it begins to soften, you can add any things, any favorite things you're using. That's where you would show that. So we need to show those other flavors that you're using at this point. Then you would go to simmer, and that's where, so it would go from adding the other ingredients to simmer for 10 to 20 minutes, right? So this is a little early because you haven't added the other ingredients yet. So once you add the other ingredients, then you go 10 to 20 minutes. However, this indicates actually this indicates 10 to 15 minutes, it looks like. This doesn't indicate 10 to 20 minutes. You see what I'm saying? I would definitely try to make that more clear. Maybe add a color bar. Just try to make that more clear. That's so tiny there, that little point, it's almost impossible to see it. Okay, and then at that point, you would top with your other goodies and serve. Okay, so my recommendation, really, I mean, your illustrations are fantastic, but you really, really want to get in here and make sure these instructions are explicitly clear. My recommendation is to go and take a look at Kaw's example, her second example. It would be this one right here. Take a look at that. It's really, really, really effective. So take a look at that, and when you open Kaw's work, I hope you don't mind I'm using you for an example of excellence, but and definitely Margarita, when you open it, keep these open, keep these instructions open so that you can see how easy it is to follow the recipe based on the illustrations. Okay, so I hate to say this, I really do, Margarita. You worked so hard on this, but it's back to the drawing board, so to speak. The illustrative style is excellent, so let's keep that. Let's just make sure that we get these in individual frames and really, really strive. Remember, the success of this is going to help you with your final project, the infographic. And as you've noticed, we're taking little steps in the class, adding more techniques, pointing in that direction. So, okay, so I'll tell you what, if you have any questions at all, please let me know, but I would like to see you address those issues. Thank you very much.